friends, in today's video we are going to see optimal matrix multiplication bottom-up code. In my last video I have already explained the top-down code, and prior to that I have explained the recursive code. Please go and watch those videos before watching this particular video, otherwise it will be very difficult for you to understand it directly. And why is it so? See, either it is top-down code or a bottom-up code. What we do, we just use that particular recursive equation, and in case of bottom-up code, we give that particular recursive equation a face of table. That is, instead of calling recursive function, what we do here is that we use table to calculate it. Okay. And the biggest challenge in bottom-up code is to understand the dependency graph. That is how we need to fill the bottom-up table. And to fill that bottom-up table, we are going to figure out it through top-down tree. Okay? That is, using the help of top-down tree, we will understand the dependency graph. That is, suppose this is a cell, that is, suppose I am calculating value of this cell, that is for 1, 4, what is the optimal number of multiplication? So what I will do here is that I will check this particular cell depend on the value of which cell in this table. Okay? So this is my dependency graph. Now let's imagine this particular tree in a form of table. And let's see this example 3, 4. See, this is my 3, 4 cell. If you imagine it in a form of table. So 3, 4 coming to its answer with the help of 3, 3 or 4, 4. This is 3, 3. This is 4, 4. Now let's take the example of 2, 3. 2, 3 is this particular cell. And 2, 3 is using 2, 2 or 3, 3. Notice one thing. Either I am taking help of a cell left to it in the same row, or I am taking help of a cell in row below it. Okay. So now let's see some other value 2, 4. So this is 2, 4. Now let's see with the help of which cell 2, 4 is coming to its answer. 2, 2. See, this is the tree for 2, 4. So 2, 2. This is 2, 2. Okay. And 3, 4. 3, 4 is this one. Then 2, 3. 2, 4 is this thing. And then 4, 4. So basically here also 2, 4 is using value from the same row left to it or a row below it. Okay. So basically somehow if I can fill my table like this, that is from last row, if I will start to fill my table left to right, is my dependency going to be covered? Answer is yes. Okay. That is, if I will fill my table from bottom to up, that is from last row to first row and left to right, my dependency will be covered. But one more thing here. See, I is never greater than j. See, I can take 1, j can 2 take, but I can never take 2 or j can never take 1 value. This is I, this is j. I can never be greater than j. Okay. So basically what I am trying to say here is we will fill only the upper diagonal. Okay. We are not making a function call to any function which will be in lower half of this particular matrix. Okay. For example, you can check, are we calling 3, 2? Check it. No, we will not be calling it. Okay. So this is how I am going to fill the table. That is from last row to first row, left to right. Okay, and if I will do this thing, my dependency will be covered. Now let's see this particular code. And one more thing, in this bottom up code, I am using two tables. One is this bottom up table, and I am initializing this particular table with 0. 0 into size for I in range size. And what is size? Size is basically number of matrix plus 1. Okay, and I can find it using length of p. Okay, and another matrix which I am using here is op pair. See, suppose I have 4 matrix A, B, C, D. So what I was doing here, I was giving it parenthesis after A, B, C, D. That is in this particular for loop, imagine. Okay, so I was calculating multiplication required through each of these, and I was checking which one of it is the minimum, and I was choosing the minimum one. So what I will do here is that in this optimal parenthesis matrix I will update. So suppose that after B, suppose parenthesis after B was generating the optimal option, that is minimum multiplication option. So in cell 1, 4 we will update 2, that is parenthesis after 2 has given us the optimal answer. Okay, and what will be the size of this particular matrix? The size of this particular matrix be same as the size of our bottom up table. Now let's come to this particular code. So what I am going to do in this particular code? See, this outer for loop will keep track of the rows, as you can see here, from n to 0, that is from last row to first row. Okay, and I am not filling this particular row by, because first row will be 0 and I have 0 here. Okay, now see what I am doing in this particular for loop. See, this was keeping the track of row, this will keep the track of column. So I will keep the track of row and J will keep the track of column, and in every iteration I will update these things. But you will be thinking, why this third for loop? See, suppose I want to update 1, 4. So what I was doing in the recursive code, I was giving is parenthesization after 1, 2 or 3. So the same thing I am doing here. For k in range I to j, I will be giving parenthesis, and for every parenthesis I will be checking the number of multiplication required. Okay, and here instead of recursive code, what I am doing, I am using table. Okay, tab of bu ik plus tab of bu k plus 1j, that is I am checking in a row below it or left to it. Okay, and then the multiplication required, the same thing that was there in recursive code. And once I have calculated this multiplication required, what I will do, I will check whether multiplication required through this particular parenthesis is smaller than minimum multiplication required or not. Okay, and if this is the case, then I will update minimum multiplication required, and I will update the multiplication required in tab of bu, that is in the table I will update the number of multiplication required, as well as I will update in optimal parenthesis table where what k has generated the optimal parenthesis. Okay, this is what I am doing here, and once this table will be filled, what I will do, I will return tab bu of m comma n. So this is all I have for this particular video, and next video I am going to explain how to use this optimal parenthesis matrix to generate the parenthesis, that is printing the solution. What is the optimal way to multiply the matrix? And friends, if you have liked this video, then please like, share, subscribe, and thanks a lot for watching.